Good evening, guys, and happy Monday to all of your Tuesday to all of your sunshiny faces. Anyways, guys, so told you guys in yesterday's vlog how we're supposed to get that crazy storm, and like we're expected to, well, some areas, I don't necessarily actually know what ours was, but certain areas were expected to get like up to like a foot of snow or a foot and a half of snow or something like that. It's supposed to be crazy. Jack's school actually is already canceled for tomorrow because of the storm, and my dad even like he worked today, and then tomorrow they were like, oh, do you think we can do this remotely or something like that? Like, I don't know if my dad still has to like go into like an office setting, or like he could just actually do it from sitting at home like remotely, or like exactly how that's supposed to work. I don't know how like electricians are supposed to work from home, but something about that, I have no clue. I don't know if this is the programming aspect of it or like what, but yeah, so they asked him that, and he was like, oh, I don't know if I'm actually going into work tomorrow. And on top of that too, it's supposed to be like, you know, again, we're not supposed to be able to get out of our house. My mom went to the store, and she ran just to the dollar store into Walmart. I actually am like almost out of my mouthwash, and so I've been using a different kind from sort of what everybody else has been using lately, and so I ended up getting it at Target a little while ago, but I'm almost out, and so my mom picked that up along with like a couple of little snack things, because she's like, oh, well, we're snowed in, it'd be fun to just, you know, again, like my dad's gonna be here and Jack and everything like that, you know, and he'll be home from school tomorrow. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like outside. This is what it looks like. Absolutely nothing. It is not even snowed yet. It is a little after midnight. Actually, no, I think it's 1 o'clock. I stayed up a little late only because Jack, again, school got canceled for him at about 6 o'clock. We have not had the slightest bit of snow at all. In fact, it was supposed to rain like during the day today because it was warm. Actually today it was like 40s, but then it was supposed to get real cold, I think with this like storm that's moving in or whatever, and is supposed to then bring snow afterwards. I don't really think that it has rained at all. I think what you guys see outside, like the wet pavement out there, is actually just from the snow melting. I don't think that it has rained at all. My dad told me that it was. It is supposed to have started snowing at 5 o'clock. It is like 8 hours later, if my brain is doing math correct, because I'm actually very tired. I woke up still somewhat early today, and it's sort of late right now. So like I said, I think that's about 8 hours later. We have not gotten one little itty bitty drop of like rain or snow or anything like that, and Jack's school is already canceled for tomorrow. I know that I have shared with you guys before, like I think that this happened at least one other time, maybe twice. I think maybe once when I was in high school it happened, maybe when Matthew was in high school, and I'm pretty sure it happened recently, like once at least when Jack was in high school, where they wind up canceling school for a really bad snowstorm that's supposedly supposed to come, and nothing, and it's literally like this. Or if we do, we get like an inch of snow, and they're like, yeah, it was stupid for us to have canceled school, because we, again, like, it's not that we're not used to being able to deal with snow here in the Midwest. It is commonplace, but it's just that we were supposed to get a lot of it really quickly, sort of, and it was supposed to be really cold, and I think it's supposed to be windy, and like, again, this whole storm system's supposed to move in, and again, they have been, honestly, I've heard about this storm that is supposed to be coming for about a week now. It is, like I said, 1 o'clock, 8 hours after they said it was supposed to have started snowing already. And the thing is too, is that at 5 o'clock, I think, or 6 o'clock, I think, my dad checked the weather app on his phone, and it said that it was already snowing. Jack checked the weather app on his phone. It says that at like maybe 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, it also said that it was snowing outside, currently snowing, not like a percentage. It said that it was currently snowing outside, like that there were flurries. Nothing. And I was like, there can't, and my mom's like, are you sure? And I was like, I could see through the window of my dad's like car, through like the front window and the passenger side window, all the way to our neighbor's house. I was like, there's absolutely no snow. Like, if there was snow on his car, I wouldn't be able to see through it. I was like, and she's like, maybe you just aren't seeing it, like, because I was just looking out the front window. And I was like, there's definitely not snow outside right now. Like, and as you guys can see, like, then we got up and we all checking, and we kept checking too, and I was like, there's nothing, it's not snowing at all. And so that is why, like I said, we've had this happen before. Now again, it could definitely happen within the next hour, but as far as like it's supposed to be snowing late at night into the morning and into all day like tomorrow as well, which again, it might snow all day tomorrow, but like the fact that they canceled school, we still have not gotten any of the like possible snow that we are supposed to. I was like, that's sort of like, you know, and like I said too, it's like this storm has been hyped up. People have been talking about it, like I said, for about a week now, like where they're like, oh, we're supposed to get this storm and stuff like that. Because I saw people posting about like it was like last week, I think maybe, or something like that, or like right at the end of when we ended up getting this last sort of bunch of snow that we got. I saw somebody like, oh, next week when we're supposed to get these bad storms, can somebody like, you know, in like our community group, like if somebody could, you know, like plow their driveway or something like that, or like shovel or whatever it was. And I was like, we just got like a snow. I was like, are they like talking about the one that we just got? And then I was like, when is it supposed to snow again? And that's when I saw like Tuesday, Wednesday. Then I started seeing other people posting about like the actual like storm that we're supposed to be getting and everything like that. So like I said, it's been a week that I've been hearing about pretty much this storm that's currently doing nothing. So like I said, I don't know if we are supposed to, like when it is actually supposed to be snowing, but we've had a 90% chance since like I think it was like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock or something like that. Like there was possibility earlier, like starting at 5 o'clock, but the percentage was really low, and then it was like 80 to 90%, and it says it's 90% like within the next hour as well. And it says it's, for me right now, it doesn't say it's currently snowing, but it says 90% within the next hour as well. Like by 2 o'clock, there's a 90% chance of snow. And again, it's been saying this though. It's saying that it's actually snowing outside, and it's still not. So, yeah, I'm a little upset. Like, I'm not gonna say disappointed, but I'm a little upset that we don't, like, it's not, obviously, like, we don't have snow, and it's saying that it is snowing, and there's nothing. Like, and I mean, I can see too, like, you know, there's no types of like flurries, there's no nothing. Like normally I can see like out on the street light if it's like blowing or something like that. Like there's nothing, there's not, I haven't seen a single plow go down the street either, because there's no snow. Like they don't have to put anything out because there's no like ice, there's no nothing. So again, I'm like really wondering now if we're actually like, this has happened, and this happens, I don't want to say insanely frequently, but like again, when they hype up sometimes these storms, it winds up being we get an inch of snow. And you know, so Jack does not have school tomorrow. They don't have a snow day though. They have an e-learning day, which I'll be honest guys, I do sort of feel bad for children of today that have technology, because we never had to have e-learning days, because Matthew's, the year I graduated and Matthew's his freshman year of high school, they got Chromebooks for school, so they could do, if they ended up having a day where it was again like a school cancellation for whatever the reason, like inclement weather, whatever, they can do their work from home. So I was like, you guys, poor kids, don't actually get a real snow day anymore where you just get to enjoy not having to do anything, and you can just be as lazy as you possibly want to be and just lay around or go and play outside in the snow. Like, you know, they still actually have to do work, but it's just like they have like an assignment sort of thing or whatever, and you know, all that kind of stuff that they have to do. Jack was like, pretty much each class you just have like an attendance thing, and then you have like a project, or not a project, but like a paper sort of, you know, whatever it is for each different class, like an assignment that you just have to turn in before midnight. So you don't even have to get it in like your class hours, but you just still have to do it before you actually go to bed, pretty much at night. Yeah, like he could do it whenever he wants to tomorrow, based on again like sort of what's going on. Like he has to go outside and shovel the driveway or whatever. He can then again go ahead and like do his homework whenever he needs to, but or his schoolwork for the day. But like I said, I feel bad for kids like nowadays, because you don't actually get a real snow day anymore, where it's just like I said, like my snow days back in my day was, you know, you didn't have to do anything. It was just they canceled school. You had to make it up though at the end of the year. But the good thing was that if you were a senior, you didn't have to make up those days because graduation was already set in stone, like because they had the location, you know, like where the graduation ceremony is going to be held, and they couldn't change it. So you would never have to make up those days as a senior. So if you had like 8 snow days in one year, you wouldn't have to make those up if you were a senior. All of the other, like, you know, freshmen, sophomores, and juniors did have to make those up, but the seniors never did. So, and I remember too, my senior year, we had a couple of snow days. I remember there was one day specifically where it was canceled early. And it was funny too because all of the schools got canceled like during the day, during the school day. It wasn't like, you know, they knew that it was going to be a half day ahead of time or anything like that. It was just like the snow was getting so bad so quickly that they ended up canceling school. But the problem was that all the schools let out at the exact same time. Normally it was staggered, like the high schools, the middle school, the elementary schools. Jack was in preschool at the time too, all got let out at different times. And because of the fact that all of the schools pretty much let out exactly at the same time, my dad came home early from work too, or maybe he didn't have work, but I think he was actually home early from work because of the same reason. And he ended up going to pick me up first, he was going to, and then go and get Jack from preschool, and because it was like on the way. So when he came to come and pick me up, I didn't realize that he was already at the school, and I didn't have my phone on me at the time, like during school, because we weren't allowed to have our phones, because that was how old how old I was when I went to school. Like, we weren't really allowed to actually have our phones in school. Like, we had to leave them in our locker or whatever. And like some teachers would like let you, like math teachers would be like, sure, if you're using it for your calculator, but like really, like we weren't allowed to have our phones in school unless you snuck them into the classroom sort of thing. But like Jack's like, yeah, none of the teachers care if you have your phones anymore. And I was like, that's so weird to me. But anyway, so I wasn't allowed to have my phone like in class, but and so my dad was like texting me and was like, Haley, you gotta like get outside, you know, because like I'm in the parking lot right now, but I really need to go pick Jack up, because obviously he was a little bit more important than me. Like, I could sit at the high school or whatever, but the streets were getting really bad too. And so I remember I was wearing flats to school for some reason. I don't know why. I wasn't really dressed for like the snow. I don't think I realized that we were supposed to get that much, or we were supposed to really get snow at all that day, but I wasn't really dressed. I don't know if I was, maybe I was even in government at the time or something like that, so I actually had to be like dressed up nice for like class or something like that. I don't know. But I just remember watching my dad driving down the street, and he was like, I can't, like, you know, you took too long. I gotta go and get Jack first. I'll, you know, come back around, because Jack's preschool was like right down the street sort of from the high school. So he's like, I'll come back around and come and pick you up. He's like, but hopefully I'll be able to get there, because the streets were like getting really bad. The parking lot was really bad. So my friend, his dad actually offered to like drive both of us, and offered to take me to my house. And so I was like, okay, that's great. But the problem was is that he had like, you know, a nice big truck, like it was like 4-wheel drive or everything like that. So he had no problem like getting through the snow. But when I got out of the car, I didn't realize, again, we had maybe about a foot of snow by that point already. And I hopped out of the truck, and I was like, again, like almost ankle over ankle deep in snow, and had no boots on. I was in flats, and I was, like I said, probably not dressed very well for whatever the occasion was. And like I said, all the snow that was on the ground, and ended up having to walk through the snow in to our house in like flats, and to like in the parking lot and stuff like that too. I was like, this is horrible. I didn't plan this out very well. So, and my dad ended up like getting Jack, and then ended up getting Matthew, I think, too, and then after that, because I was like, don't worry, I got a ride home. So we all ended up getting home safely that day. But it was like, you know, like crazy. I remember, because that normally didn't happen. Like, if they were going to cancel school because of a snow day, they normally would always err sort of more on the side of caution. But that day it just snowed so quickly, so fast, during the day, and they didn't like, weren't either, think they were prepared, like they knew it was supposed to snow, but maybe not as bad as it was already. But I remember, like, I think it was second period, they ended up saying like within, I think it was third period, that after that we were gonna go home or something like that, or maybe like our 4 or 5 period, something like that, we were supposed to go home. And so yeah, like I said, it was pretty crazy that day. But like I said, compared to this, where they canceled school like before it even starts snowing at all, or again like anything. So I'm not saying it's not going to, and I might wake up tomorrow and we have like a foot of 2 feet of snow or something like that. But right now I'm like, wow, like, you know, again, this has happened before where they've said this kind of stuff is like gonna be really bad, and then it turns out to be where we get like no snow, or again like maybe an inch or 2 of snow that's completely manageable, like, you know, there's no reason why. So my dad keeps getting up though to come and check to see if it's snowing, because again, if it's not, then he might still wind up having to go in, because they might not wind up doing, like I said, the you know, remote thing that they're supposed to do or something, I don't know. But anyways guys, yeah, I'm again a little disappointed in the weather forecast maybe, and like just too how it keeps saying that it is snowing and it's not. And again too, like even on the news they were like, oh yeah, like it's supposed to be snowing at this time and this time, and I was like, it's still not, like there's still not any type of snow outside. So, and I keep like looking out there to be like, oh yeah, you know, it is snowing, and I'm like, it's still not. So anyways guys, yeah, I need to get in the shower and get to bed. I got a lot of stuff done though today. I was very productive, but this week already is weird because my dad was home yesterday, might be home again tomorrow. Jack is definitely going to be home tomorrow. Like, my schedule is just sort of off because I haven't had like time to sort of take care of the things that I need to. Like, you know, I was helping my dad with projects yesterday. I'm probably, if he's home tomorrow, we might wind up doing other stuff too. Like, I haven't had time really to like do things, sort of like edit, like just spend the day editing, because I'm literally caught up. I think I just edited Saturday's vlog, and I didn't edit over the weekend, but I just finished doing that, and I was like, if I could just like can have like one day where I can like get that done. And it was sort of supposed to be today, but I had to clean the bathroom too, and I got to a ton of laundry and dishes and stuff like that, and I just need like a good like 2 or 3 days where I can just do catch-up work for like those 2 days without having anything else going on. And again, this week already has sort of been throwing me off, and I know tomorrow I'll probably be thrown off too, because more people are going to be home than normally aren't, and again, sometimes they need more attention than you know, some of the stuff that I'm trying to do, like, oh, I need help with this, or like, you know, oh, can you do that for me, or whatever. So yeah, anyways, I need to get in the shower and get to bed. I will show you guys though tomorrow if we do wind up with any type of snow at all, or if it looks the same as it does right now. But I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys. Well guys, it's about 1:30, 1:45-ish. I just got out of the shower. It has officially started snowing. You guys can see that out there. That is snow. Definitely not when they said it was going to start. In fact, almost like 12 hours after that. But there is snow outside. Like I said, we will see how much we wind up getting tomorrow. Share with you guys that in tomorrow's vlog.